Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Between the Lines talk show, where today with me I have my co-host Jake. How you doing, Jake?
I'm going all right. Your co-host Jake just decided to clap out of habit, even though there's no video for this.
That's great. That's great. Yep. Well, I have the biggest of news. I think successfully I've gotten out of the trying to start and stop this talk show. No longer is it every once in a while. I think, barring 1 month or two, I have done one podcast episode for the entire year of 2025.
Hell
which
yeah,
is an
man.
impressive victory.
And you almost blew off this month, didn't you?
I wasn't gonna blow off. I was just gonna do it by myself. But I was like, well, let me make sure Jake can't pop on. And I would have waited for Bruce. It's just that, like, between tennis and just all the reorganizing I have to do, I was just like, I'm feeling overwhelmed. I gotta get this done tonight.
No, that is completely understandable.
Yeah. For context, I felt so overwhelmed when I had to do November's, which was late, and then December's, which was its own issue of, if you were listening to December's podcast, the beginning said how there was audio issues, and I had made a backup of audio just in case, because I knew there was audio issues going on that day. And when I went to look for it, I couldn't find it. Well, that was because my computer desktop was just completely unorganized with bajillion different files. And as I went to organize it about a couple weeks ago, I look, and it was right there sitting on the desktop.
Hilarious. So does that mean that you're going to edit that eventually?
No, I deleted it. It's toast.
What? Oh, man.
Well, no, because the December podcast has already been released. It's out, so
Okay.
just
All
be a
right.
re-upload.
All right. I thought it was a lost media. No, you're good.
No, it's still there. I'm just not gonna bother fixing it. So yeah, other than that, I don't know, any life stuff going on with you, Jake, that you want to talk about?
At the present moment, I'm playing tug of war with my dog. So that's
Hell
fun.
yeah.
That's probably the heavy breathing. My mic is pretty good at noise cancellation, so you should be fine, but you might hear this dog breathe heavily in the background for another minute or two. But yes, so life things with me. Nothing significant happened except, like, I guess, like, my wife got, like, pregnant or whatever, so, like, that's like a thing. It's not really worth mentioning, but yeah, I'm gonna be like a dad or whatever. I'm just gonna be a father. That's it.
It's
Nothing.
whatever. Happens every day.
Happens all the time. It's like the least notable event in anyone's life. Yeah, so that's kind of blowing my mind right now. So I'm still processing that, if I'm being honest.
That's great, man. That's freaking awesome. Congratulations. Now I gotta know, when you do introduce the kid to Universal Monsters, what's the first movie you're gonna show them?
Look, for kids, the reality of the situation is that those classic movies were all made during, like, the code, so they're all super accessible for kids. Like, there's kind of nothing that would, like, traumatize them. So even, like, the remakes don't even go that hard. But I was thinking, like, well, for a kid, he's going to watch all the Marvel movies too. So I can't, like, if I show him all the Marvel movies and then start with, like, Dracula 31, he's going to be like, Dad, this is boring. It's people talking. There's nothing happening. So I think I'm going to show him Van Helsing because it's the most Marvel-like of the Universal Monsters. And it's got, like, bright flashing colors and action and things explode all the time. And Hugh Jackman's there. So, you know, it's very accessible for a kid. Also, the Mummy movies as well. The same era, same director. Those are really accessible for a kid, in my opinion.
I will say, don't underestimate a kid's attention span. Well, you know, unless you give them an iPad and let them grow up on that.
No.
But don't underestimate, because I remember when I was introduced to them, like, when I was, like, 5 or 6. I was really young, and I had already been exposed to, like, Spider-Man and stuff like that, and they still caught my attention. So,
5 or
I mean,
6,
I think they'll be able to if you show them Marvel and, like, kind of go back and forth. You know, the younger they are, like, the less, like, I mean, this is just me spitballing, but I assume the younger you are, the less, like, idea or, like, preference driven you are. You're more like, oh, whoa, new thing, what this?
Exactly. That's a good point. Like everything is a new experience, so it's like an impression.
Yeah, exactly. Start 'em young.
Yeah, start them young. Yeah, people usually ask me like, "Oh, well, was it intentional or was it a mistake?" And the answer is a little bit of both because we wanted to start in 2026, in like late 20, maybe even early 2027. We wanted like another year before we started. So in the meantime, we were like, well, if it happens, it happens. Bro, I rolled a Yahtzee first round. It was like, boom. we did not try for a baby. We simply decided to have one, and now we are having I feel so bad for couples out there that try for like months or hell even years and use contraception, and they're like, we're trying. Oh, we eventually got pregnant. No. Yeah, boy, the most fertile man on planet Earth. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it's funny because like you were saying how everyone asked you like whether it was intentional. When I had asked you, that is actually what I meant. Your explanation, I was like, okay, clearly the way Jake's saying this, they planned to have a kid, but my question was it okay, let's go for it, let's do it, or if it happens, it happens type of thing? And so you did answer that question.
Exactly. Like in the grand scheme of life, this is pretty much when I wanted to have it, when I'm about 30, and she's about 30. Before she's 35 is really when we wanted to have it. But short term, it's a little bit of a whoa, like a shock. Like, okay, I guess this is happening right now.
No, I get that. Yeah, and it is always kind of ironic. It's like when you try to have a kid, usually it takes forever. But then like if you never want a kid, then it's like it just jumps on you. You're like, fuck.
Right. I mean, like a smarter man than I probably would have been like, okay, let's not get a little lazy and let's actually push it another year and be completely safe. We were just like, you know what? We're fine. We're adults. Whatever. Let's just make shit happen.
I don't know. I never want a kid, but I think the world's not going to get any better anytime soon. So,
well, Xander, you are what the kids refer to as gay, so I'm not entirely sure that's in your future anyway.
Hey, adoption exists, okay?
It does exist. My wife and I do not want that at all. We are very happy that we got a biological child, and if we didn't, we would have been like, okay, we're just gonna travel with our money, and that's it.
If say I'm successful and like I'm in my like 50s or something, I might consider like adopting a kid or something.
I was gonna say 50s is late to start, but you could adopt someone at like 12.
Yeah, I would consider like adopting, and like more like just because I would want to like be able to, if they were interested in that, like I would want to find someone around the age that like is interested in like maybe filmmaking and stuff, just so I'd be able to like pass along my knowledge and stuff like that, like a legacy of sorts.
Sure. That's the fun part, right? You get to impart your wisdom onto your legacy. So
yeah, exactly. And everyone's like, oh, don't adopt like a teenager. Someone's like, older, adopt young. And I'm like, well, I think that's kind of fucked up. Just like, oh, because they're older, don't do it because they're more likely to. It's like, okay, well, someone, I got compassion,
I play Pokemon Heart Gold version. I play Pokemon Soul Silver version. I collect Pokemon, trade them, and engage in heated battle. Mostly he loses, like now. And when I'm not playing, I have my Pokewalker on me. I use mine to find items I can use in the game. I can also catch Pokemon and connect with friends or my brother. I use mine when I run to earn lots. I just took 5,000 steps. What about you? Hey, me too.
Pokemon Heart Gold and Pokemon Soul Silver version games with the Pokewalker accessory only for Nintendo DS systems. Rated E for everyone.
A little bit. Video games. You been up to any video games, Jake?
I have been purposely deciding not to so that I can focus on, well, preparing for the baby, but then also, as of like the past day, I've just been crunching Oscar-nominated films because obviously in real life, if that's not clear to the audience, is when the Oscars just got announced. So today is by chance the day where my wife is gone all day, so I have the house to myself, and I could have been writing a book on the status of the universe. I could have been exploring the Alps, but I'm at home, Xander, watching a bunch of really low-res cam rips of films that are like an hour and a half away from me. Because I have a dog and I have a life, and I'm trying to get this shit done. So that's my life right now.
As for me, I've been trying to get back into video games. I want to run an experiment and see if I can get myself because at the moment, currently, your boy will find himself on YouTube Reels and just be stuck there for like 3 hours. You know,
Yes.
the usual brain rot stuff.
Yes.
I'm actively trying to fight it. And in my head, my new theory is, what if I attempt to get myself addicted to video games again? I mean, like,
Wait, what?
back, like...
Hold on. You're like, oh man, this methamphetamine is destroying my life. I know, if I do heroin, I'll care more about that than the meth.
No. Okay. So, like, if I'm bored, right, I'll just pull up my phone and, like, look on Instagram or YouTube or something, right?
Right.
Back in high school and middle school, if I was bored, I'd pull out my DS and played that. So, by get addicted to video games, I mean, like, I want to retrain my brain to have it be where, like, instead of pulling out my phone, I pull out, like, one of the bajillion game systems I have.
So my trick with that, which does help combat doom scrolling, is the New York Times Games. They have an app, and they, in the past like year or two, they've kind of blown up in popularity. And people are talking like, "Oh, did you do today's connections? Oh, did you do the spelling bee?" I usually don't like spelling bee, but then they're the ones that do Wordle, and Wordle's one of the things on there. And Wordle, I have absolutely cracked. Like, I have the best strategies. I get the word every time. Usually by like the 4th or 5th one, rarely the 6th, but I never miss. I'm too good. So, I got the strat.
I get that. Yeah, so my strategy is to attempt to play games that I played back in the day. Like my old Pokemon games, my old, like, stuff like that on my old DS. And see if doing that will reinvigorate and reawaken those habits that I used to have back in the day.
Okay.
Possibly make myself feel less of a loser.
You want to be less of a loser by making yourself play video games. That's an inverse from the stereotypical idea of a loser.
Listen. 27-year-old pulls out a DS at the club. Everyone turns their head. 27-year-olds pulls out your phone at the club. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. You sound like the fucking Joker in Dark Knight. Everyone loses their minds.
Everyone loses their mind. You pull out the DS, they go, "Yo, what the hell?"
What the hell? I remember that. Let's go home right now, baby. You're at the club.
That's what we call a statement piece.
You're damn right. I can't even argue with that. It's now been long enough where that's nostalgia for them, so that's big time.
Exactly. And then, speaking of which, I just last night and today revamped an old iPod Classic that belonged to my mom. I reshelled it, changed it to use micro SD cards instead of a hard drive, and I'm putting all my music onto it. So that's been fun.
All right. I know somebody who used to screw with DSs, ironically enough, take them apart, put them back together and stuff like that. And they were like a guru in the sense that, like, if yours was broken, literally just talk to them. They'll get it done in like an hour. No matter what the problem. You could drop it off a train. It'll still function by the time they're done with it.
I tried to do handstands for you. I tried to do handstands for you. Every time I fell on you, yeah. Every time I fell for you.
Projects we're working on. Let's get that one out of the way real quick. How are your
man.
projects going, Jake?
Projects are pretty gnarly. I'm not even I'm busting for real, no cap on God. So I got a couple things in the pipe right now. I have, God, how do I even quantify this? I've started like 5 different books. I have like the first few chapters of a lot of different books. I've completed one, like after Devil's League, not including Devil's League, unpublished. Unpublished, I have one completed book. I have another book that the rough draft is done, but there's like no meat on the bones. It's just like basically the plot and dialogue. So I got to beef it up. I have another premise that I'm workshopping. I got a premise that I pitched you guys, and then I have a premise that I can't pitch to anybody, and I don't know what to do with. But the only thing I can do is write the entire book word for word and then see how I feel about it.
I mean, Jake, I'll sign an NDA and you can tell me that book idea.
All right. Here's what's up. I'll pitch you this book if you do not tell anybody, including Bruce.
I sign an NDA.
All right.
Send
Verbal
me that
NDA?
NDA. I'll sign it.
All right. Oh God, how do I even? All right. Okay.
I'll cut it out of the podcast too. I promise.
The title of the book, and I want to keep this title for publishing if a publisher will let me. It's called.
Yeah, I'd say that works. I mean, I don't know. There was like something I watched recently about like originality and stuff, and it was just like, just make it. Like that's just like the whole thing about just like stop like thinking about it, just make it. So yeah, just make it. I don't know.
I'm
See
in
what
my
happens.
just make it era.
As for me, a couple ideas. I've told you this, Jake, but for the audience, I want to try to make more films this year.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I haven't acted in a while, and I wouldn't call myself the best actor.
Right.
And I want to get better at that. So,
Well,
you know,
I mean, I don't know what it means to you coming from me, but I think you're a really solid actor. I think you can get the job done if you know everything that you need to do.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I asked Nathan to give me some lessons, and he pretty much only gave me like one day. He kind of went over the basics, and then he was like, "Yeah, try it out, practice." And so like he watched me. He's like, "Dude, you got it down. Like you're fine, honestly." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So that was really. I mean, he told me some things that honestly it was good to hear. One of the things was like, don't be afraid to always be acting, which was something that was in my head a lot. So that one kind of stuck with me. But yeah, it was just kind of reassuring to know that these things that I was just like kind of naturally doing are what are taught. So I'm kind of like just on the way. I mean, obviously practice makes perfect. So
Right.
but yeah, that was nice. But yeah, I want to try to make some more scripts, open to hearing other people's scripts ideas. I know, Jake, you said you had a few that you wanted to shoot my way.
Yeah, I mean, you've read them. I have a feature-length film that I purposely wrote to be super small scale, mostly dialogue, little action at the end, but mostly dialogue to produce, and like no more than 6 actors. So it's relatively feasible to pull off on a very shoestring budget. But I also have a script.
For the record,
Oh, yeah, go on.
He said he said short scale, like, yeah, and then he mentioned 6 actors and like there's like 5 locations, and I'm like, buddy, this ain't small scale at my level.
I mean, I'm not just gonna write scripts that are an hour and a half long of one guy alone in the house. Like,
I
there's only so much you
appreciate
could
it.
do
No,
that.
I tell you, it was a good script. I'm just like, man, my guy, I can't make this. But yeah, there is one other script that is being made. Jake is producing it, actually. He basically messaged me in the middle of the night one day, like a week ago, and he was like, "I'm coming down in April. We're making this." And I went, okay, yeah, sure, as long as it's on your dime. And he said, yeah, it's okay. I'm like, all right,
I'll get it done. I'll get it done. It's funny because like the biggest thing to me is like how to get this done. The number one question I have is, where am I going to park the RV? Like that's the only. It's not even about the movie. Like that's where I am right now.
We'll figure it out. I'm sure there's like a fucking
Parking garage, which it won't even fit into.
It'll be fine. I mean,
You don't have a lawn, Xander? You don't have a backyard?
No, not really. But I mean, there are like big Walmarts nearby and like Targets nearby. Like, I know people do that sometimes, but I guess that's more for stealth camping, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're planning on a week, so it shouldn't be that bad for a Walmart parking lot to have a random RV in it for 6 days or so. For the audience, I don't know if we're going to announce things yet, but it is a 10-pager. It's not like a big old feature lengther. It's something I would say appropriate for an average EQS short film.
Yeah.
And it's from how it's written, it's going to be a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah, it should be. I still need to pitch it to some people to see if I can get a few actors. But yeah, I will be directing, and then I will be working on the storyboard. So that'd be cool.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm already a part of it. We know that. I'm the main role because it's easier when you don't have to ask anybody. I know it's me.
Yeah, true.
I'll be there that day. I'll be on my vacation with me. And
yeah. And then as for that, besides that, I mean, I have a few ideas for short films that I kind of want to do. And then I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe getting back into writing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet, but I'm considering it. I have an idea for 2 different books, and that's about it. One is heavily inspired by Wicked, so that's one thing, and then can't remember what the other one was, but it'll come to mind one day.
I mean, imagine here. Yeah, I got a pitch. Ready? It's Wicked, but Dorothy's the protagonist, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
And what if
God.
like Galinda was actually like played as the villain instead of like the protagonist, right? Right?
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm cooking here. I feel like I got something.
Yeah. No.
And this book should come out
That's
over
not what
100 years ago.
Over 100. You do realize that you said Galinda, which
The other
Wicked
one.
Witch of the West was Elphaba.
Might be.
for the first half of that I was like, okay, he's doing a bit, and then you said Galinda, and then I was like,
Oops.
okay, so it's not a bit.
You know what's funny, and the audience doesn't know this, but we had a conversation of like, because I try and watch all the nominated films in a given Oscar cycle, and I was like, damn, it sucked that I had to watch Wicked Part 1. It was like okay towards the end, but I didn't like Wicked Part 1, and it sucks. I gotta watch Wicked Part 2 because it's definitely gonna get nominated. Did not get a single damn nomination. I'm like, thank God. I did not want to watch that.
Watch that movie one day. I'm gonna make
good
you
luck.
watch it. You
Oh,
suffered, so I suffered, so you must as well.
Hell no. Like, you'll have to go into the Walmart parking lot with, like, the DS, right? The DS playing Wicked for Good on it and throw it through the window
I'll pull up my iPod, and I'll be like, all right, we're watching on the iPod.
And I'll be like, time to go back to Massachusetts early. Speed out of there.
Oh, my
fucking
God.
funny.
But, yeah, no, I think that's everything. I'm still in the process of organizing everything because I'm like, this month is the best month to slowly just work on reorganizing things and getting all my paperwork in order and stuff because I haven't in a few years. I'm really behind. And then I'm also just trying to get back into good habits. I'm trying to eat better now. Been sticking to chicken and Caesar salads lately. And
Hell yeah.
apples and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get to the gym every day, at least like 30 minutes or something.
I'll tell you what, it's
So-
on the East Coast, it's been snowy as hell for like a few months. I've found that like I love the gym, but if it's cold outside, I don't like to leave the house. So that prevents me from going to the gym and actually like working out. So I'm trying to combat that by like building a bit of a gym in my basement. I got a few machines. I'm trying to make that happen.
That's smart. That's
Yeah,
smart. Yeah,
I'm trying.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. It's just like that one little bit in my head where it's like, ugh, I got work in a couple hours. Do I really have time to go to the gym? I've been telling myself, no. 15 minutes is better than no minutes. So that's kind of been my mindset overall.
Oh, you live close to the gym. Yeah, my gym is 20 minutes away.
Yeah, my gym's 8 minutes away, so it's a little bit different.
Okay, understandable.
So yeah, but still, it's just like it's a hard thing. But yeah, for the biggest context, which is why I fell asleep this morning. We were supposed to do this podcast earlier, or is why I slept through. Is because it's tennis season, ladies and gentlemen, and I think I've said this before. Tennis season fucks over my brain, and I don't know what day it is. I don't know how long it's been. I have been outside, but it's just been like.
So like, do you work overnights or do you like go to bed before 3 a.m?
So, on the schedule, I'm scheduled until 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I've only had maybe one night where it's gone until 2 a.m. Everything else has gone earlier. But the thing is, in 2 days, I have games that are scheduled till 5 a.m. And so I've been trying to keep my sleep my sleep pattern to like be used to the late nights.
Okay.
So that when the 5 a.m. because last year around Jurassic Park Rebirth, I was able to get on some tennis games that went till 5 a.m. and I was dying because my sleep schedule was fucked over, and so I'm like,
Nice.
I can't go through that. So, so I was like, let me get used to it now. So when those few days come, I don't feel like stabbing my head. You know, in the morning I like get up at like probably like 12. I go to the gym, come back around like 2ish or close to 2ish before I start work at like 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the rest of the night, once I get off work, I just kind of do whatever I want. Just kind of try to relax. Like I said, I'm trying to build different habits now.
Right.
In my space.
No, I get that completely. I agree.
Other than that, that just reminds me, if you happen to hear a cricket at all during this recording, it's because there's a cricket stuck inside the wall of my room.
Well, Xander, the thing about that problem is that it won't be a problem for that much longer.
I feel like it's been at least a week and it's still alive.
Okay, so it can escape your wall then is the issue.
I guess, but the thing is, it's coming back to the exact same space, so I think it's stuck there.
No, I think, unless the cricket can really survive without food or water for a week, which I don't think so, I think it's found a way to burrow there, and it's made a little home there. Maybe multiple have, who knows?
No, if it was multiple, I'd be hearing multiple. It's just one single cricket.
Maybe the cricket lives there for a couple days, dies, and then the next cricket comes in, it takes its place. It's just a series of
I guess
crickets.
we'll see. We'll see. I'll update everyone on that.
Yeah, we need to know about the cricket wall lore.
The cricket wall lore, yeah. So, but I mean, like the first few days, he was like on constantly. Now he just like kind of turns on every once in a while. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's becoming less frequent now, so I think that means he's dying. Hopefully.
Sure. We can only
You're
wish.
like,
We can only hope. Oh my god.
With their big cheesy taste and 5 cool Spidey shapes, new Spider-Man cheese nips have a way of going fast. Everyone wants to nab a nip. Spider-Man 3, rated PG-13, only in theaters.
Say two.
Nips. Have we seen any movies recently?
Yeah, I've been
I
crunching
think-
the Oscar nominations.
Right.
So
Okay. So you talk first. You go first. Talk about the movies you've been seeing recently since December.
today I watched 2.5. I had to stop watching Little Amelie because I was making dinner, and then this show happened. So I'll probably end this, go see my wife, and then right before work tomorrow I'll probably finish. This is a 12-hour stretch of watching a 1.5 hour film. But no, the complete films I've watched today are Marty Supreme and Hamnet, and I've watched them both because they were two of the most nominated ones that I hadn't seen yet. So Marty Supreme's pretty good. Hamlet's pretty good. That's my review. But no, Marty
Okay,
Supreme's
good.
all right. It's decent. I think Tim Cham is a very deserving nomination. He has a really strong chance of winning. He's fantastic in this movie. Marty Supreme is a flawed movie, like narratively, but the third act and the climax is like pitch perfect. Like it just nails the ending, and I love that from like a character perspective and an action perspective as well. It's not even an action movie, but it's just a great moment.
See, the problem is your first mistake was not watching it in theaters. Okay.
Oh no, dude! I watched like Marty ass Supreme fucking 240p on shitty.com. Worst
That's
possible.
why you put it that way, not because of the quality of the film, but because of the quality of the film.
Yes, the quality. I was like, I'm watching turbo shit Marty Supreme today, and I took a picture of it, and my 86-inch TV is blowing up this postage stamp of Marty. But I will say,
That's hilarious.
the movie's good enough to transcend that, because I still love the performances. I still love the well, I don't love the script, but it's like a really fun time.
All right. Yeah, I saw Marty Supreme. I got to see it early because they were
Nice.
playing it early in LA before Christmas Eve and stuff.
You're so lucky living in that area, not with rent, but with just the fact that like everything comes out like slightly early in the California area.
It is really nice. But yeah, no. So then on New Year's Day, Lee, my partner, he just surprised me by getting us tickets to go see Marty Supreme again, but in 70 millimeter. So that was sick.
That is
So-
pretty nice.
Or no, I think it was 35 millimeter because it was just on a regular screen. So,
Mm-hmm.
but point is, it was on film, looked gorgeous, and I was able to score myself a ping pong ball with Marty Supreme on it.
What? No way. That's so fun.
Yeah. I know, right? So that was really cool. I was really happy about that. Other than that, let's see. I watched all of Stranger Things season 5. I don't know if you're a Stranger Things guy.
I've seen
Well,
1
I'm
through
assuming
4.
not.
I haven't watched a single new episode yet.
Okay. Besides that, I watched Primeape. That was the AMC Screen Unseen for January. Primeape was well, it was a movie.
Did you like the what the hell? What was the movie you talked about before Primeape?
Is Marty Supreme?
No, after that.
Stranger Things?
Yes. Did you like the finale?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. I didn't really
Okay.
like think too much of it. Now that I've watched a bunch of video essays and stuff, I'm like, okay, I get the faults and stuff.
Right. That's kind of like a lot of mixed things I'm hearing. Some people really like it, people don't. So
Yeah,
I wanted to
I
temperature
mean-
gauge.
I mean, I didn't spend $14 to see it in the theater with a popcorn and soda, so maybe my opinion's skewed.
Yeah, perhaps.
I watched it in the comfort of my home.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah. Speaking of comfort in my home, Wake Up Dead Man. That was a great time. Loved it. Have you seen that one yet?
Wake Up Dead Man. Let me see.
That's the Knives Out.
Oh,
one. That's the
Knives
new
Out. Yes, I have. Yes.
Hell
Great
yeah.
movie. Great movie.
Dude, that was so cool when they did the when like he's talking with the priest and like he's like saying like all his problems with like the church and stuff, and the lighting gets dark, and then the priest starts talking and the lighting gets bright. I'm like, yo,
It's
that's
so
sick.
good. It's so good. I love that.
There's
You know
a
what it
lot
is for
of-
me? It's a better version of A Haunting in Venice, which is the third Hercule Poirot movie that Kenneth Branagh did.
Ooh, wait a minute. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I'm gonna say you're comparing apples to bananas.
I mean, they're both the third entry in a detective series in which the cast swaps out every time, and the third entry is focusing specifically on religion and supernatural
but Haunting
aspects.
in Venice is trying to be scary and stuff, and Wake Up Dead Man is trying to just be a good mystery.
I agree, and that's why I think Dead Man did it better. It wasn't trying to be scary. It
I
was
don't know,
scary
man.
by
I liked
virtue of the
Haunting in
fact that
Venice.
like
that movie was really good.
it was good, but I felt like I liked that the least of the three of those. I prefer the other two.
I don't know, man. I always think back to like some of the scenes and everything. I like that one part where like at the end he's like about to, you know, talk about his new case, and he looks over at the teacup and he just scooches it forward into the table a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like those little bits. I think they're both great movies. You know, detective movies are few and far between these days. So I just say I'm just happy there's a bunch.
Oh, me too. I'm so glad there's two ongoing detective movie franchises. I think I like the three Knives Out movies better by and large, but I love Kenneth Branagh's character in the other ones. I want to see 100 of those Hercule Poirot movies. I love the way they do the Hercule Poirot speech twist at the end. And Daniel Craig has a few of those too, don't get me wrong, but that's not the best part of those movies, you know? Whereas like the Murder on the Orient Express movies is like, whoa, like that's what they all build to. It's so fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Other than that, I saw The Housemaid. It's basically just a Lifetime movie, but given a big budget. It was alright. Honestly, Amanda Seyfried was the standout role. She did an insane job in that film.
Might I opine that Sydney Sweeney in Euphoria, outstanding, great acting, could not be better, does not know how to
Haven't seen
pick film
Euphoria.
roles.
Oh, yeah. No, I would agree.
I feel like nearly, if not everything I've seen Sydney Sweeney in the film has been terrible, like terrible, like not
I
even like a
think
little
it's-
bad.
Yeah, I think it's funny that I could be wrong, but I feel like the first time I ever heard about Sydney Sweeney was Anyone But You. And that was that like generic rom movie with her and
Right.
Glenn Powell.
Right.
And I watched it, didn't think anything of it. And after that, Glenn Powell popped off every single role. And so it's just like, it's funny watching that trajectory of like Sydney going down, Glenn going up. It's like, bro is hitting his roles right.
Big time. Absolutely. Yep. That's exactly right.
But yeah, and then other newest movie was 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. That was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
That
didn't
is my
like
favorite
it as
film of
much as-
2026.
Really?
I've
so
seen
far.
one. Yeah, it's the only one.
Yeah, I
really
liked
enjoyed
it.
I
don't
enjoyed
know.
it. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I don't give a fuck about the Jimmies. They.
Oh,
my
I thought they
God,
were interesting. I thought they were, and they served the themes
Were
of the
they?
movie. Yeah, I thought they were really great. They were compelling
They-
villains.
They serve the themes of the movie, but it's like at the end of Years Later, I was like, which by the way, I fucking hate that. I fucking hate this naming scheme of 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, because it's like I want to just call the other movie 28 Years Later, but then it's like, what if someone goes, "Oh, you mean The Bone Temple?" I don't know why, but I'm just thinking that.
How else do you name it?
Um,
Because you can't be like 28 years and like a few days later. That title would suck.
28 minutes later.
Yo, right after, and you just that could be a really fun real time after the infection. That's a movie pitch.
28 minutes later would be cool, but yeah,
28
no,
hours
my
later.
my problem
That's the one.
is I guess it's because like I keep thinking of 28 Years Later, like The Legend of Zelda. It's like if I'm talking about Breath of the Wild and then Tears of the Kingdom, I don't call it like, oh yeah, The Legend of Zelda. So it's just like this like weird thing, but yeah, because at the end of 28 years, you know, you have them and like they're like, oh, what the hell are these guys? And then immediately in Bone Temple, you see that they're just crazy cult psychos
Yeah.
that you
Of course
see
they-
in
what-
every
what else would they have
Apocalypse
been?
movie. And like you're and all mystique goes away. You know exactly what they're gonna do. You know exactly how this plays out, and it's just like
I
It's just
disagree
like,
strong.
okay.
I mean, of course they're crazy cult people. I mean, would you rather them be normal people?
I don't know. I just would rather something. And then the other issue is that I think what makes it worse is that Spike basically just goes through the same exact character arc he went through in the last movie.
I
Just
disagree.
diet.
No,
Really?
It furthers his arc. He learned a lot about
Okay.
what killing meant and what and how to do that in the first one, and this one is like the next stage of that, where like he's in a position where he's forced to do it for evil, right? And he thinks he has very little choice in that, but like when he lets the woman go, right? He's like that he only made that decision because he went through the character arc in 28 years. So and he gets paid for it too. He gets his fucking balls kicked in or whatever the fuck she did and she ran away. But I like this as an extension of that movie.
I don't know, because to me it was just like, why aren't you running away? Like, you had multiple chances to, and it's just like you're acting more scared than like how you were at the end of the last one. It just wasn't doing for it. But really, the biggest thing is that, and I'm sure you've experienced this in other movies, I loved everything with Ian. No, yeah, Ian, Dr. Ian. And him and the Alpha and like all that was just so cool, so interesting. I was just intrigued, engrossed. And then it would go back to the Jimmies. I'm like, okay, now I gotta watch torture porn.
It wasn't bad for me because I was really engaged in both. And I was kind of surprised that like they kept cutting back and forth. I was like, why are you making two separate sequels simultaneously? But like, no, they converged them halfway through because that's the point, right? I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, once it converges, I liked it. And I could tell that was gonna happen. That, I guess that's why also it was like, for me, it was like, I had like seen the trailers, and so I was sort of able to piece together. And so once that opening scene came on, I was like, okay, So they're evil. They're gonna do something horrible. They're gonna run into Ian at the Bone Temple, and then they're gonna get their shit rocked because of some reason or because of something that has to do with Ian going "Rah!" around fire.
I never watched the trailer. It's the kind of thing.
Well,
where,
there's
like,
also that poster, but fair enough.
I was so excited for this movie that like I gave myself the luxury of not watching the trailer, and I was very excited about that. The only thing I would say that like I wish happened is I kept expecting, because he sends Samson off with the drugs that counteract the hallucinogen, and we see him say, "I don't have a ticket" on the train, which is like a huge deal, right? He got his humanity back. And so I kept expecting during the temple ceremony, when the Jimmies and Ian are coming to conflict, I expected Samson to show up and start wrecking shop with these fucking Jimmies. That's what I thought they were building to. But
I thought that's what was going to happen too, but it didn't. I'm glad it didn't happen that way. I think it was more interesting how it did happen.
Yes, I love how it did happen though, because he saw the devil's face in him, which is an inversion of what the infected see, where they see a different face on a person, right?
Yeah.
So now he's experiencing the hallucinogen, just like metaphorically, and I love that. I love thematically what they're doing with that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I liked it for the most part. I just didn't like it as much. I don't know. I'm not a fan of like Saw type stuff and torture porn. So that whole like scene in the farm, I was like, I'm good. I wasn't really enjoying that. I was like, oh, okay, can I just get back to Ian, please?
No, I see your point of view on that.
And like don't get me wrong, the Ian parts, I was still nervous. Like up until like maybe like the third act, I was like, at any point this alpha could just go head rip off, and I was scared about that. So I was nervous at some points and stuff. And that train scene, I wish it had gone on longer. I wish we could see him fight off all those zombies, but we don't get to see it. I'm like, okay. But I mean, I get what the movie was going for.
We got to see a little bit of that. We got to see a little bit of the. We got like a good minute straight of him ripping into some train zombies.
Oh yeah, but you know, I get it. I get the themes. You know, obviously, if you like it, you know, you like it. But for me, it was just like, so. But yeah, other than that, it was enjoyable.
Get a thrill from the cheesiest with Kraft Mac and Cheese Spirals. Cheesy!
I have a new movie I'd like you to watch, which I know you probably have never seen this. It's called Presumed Innocent. It was released in 1990, and it stars Harrison Ford.
Ooh.
I watched this movie on a whim earlier this month with my mom late at night. I just put it on because I'd seen it was on my watch list. I have not been able to stop thinking about this movie in the back of my mind since. It is really good. I will not tell you any plot details or anything. Go into it blind. This is probably one of the I don't know, it's one of the best court movies I've seen.
Okay. It is 2 hours and 7. Okay, 1990. Pick that in. Sick. I'm logging into my my queue of films, which is over 200 films of people recommending me things. But this one takes.
Well, you just
priority
have to watch it by the next next podcast.
This one takes priority. Well, I guess the Best Picture noms take priority, but then this takes priority because I got to do it before the next EQS. So
True.
I will be taking care of that, and I suppose I'll pick a film for you too.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna do the same strategy that I did last time and just pick the film with the longest runtime that I need to watch. Luckily, it's only 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's not like a Ben-Hur. You know, I'm not gonna torture you. It is.
All right, what do we got?
And again, I don't know who recommended this to me, but they did at one point, and they put it on the list. And now is their time to shine because we're gonna watch Fury from 2014, the tank movie.
Oh, I've seen that one actually.
I'll change it. We're gonna watch. The next one is also 2:15. It is Downsizing with Matt Damon.
Why does this sound so familiar?
He gets small.
What the fuck?
He gets small.
Wow. Okay.
Have you seen it?
Never, but
Yay! All right, we're watching that one.
if this movie is bad, I'm gonna be 47 on 2.5 on Letterboxd. Oh my god, this is.
Someone said it was good and told me to watch it, so here we are, Xander.
Oh god, I love how I'm like, this movie is so good. I can't stop thinking about it. Jake, downsizing.
Downsizing. Yay! Well, my man
the
has
dichotomy
seen-
of our personalities laid out.
this is your consequence for having seen Fury. If you simply did not have seen that film, it's not a sentence.
Fury, I implore you to watch it anyway. Try to go out of your way to watch it anyway. You know, obviously you don't have to, but I implore you to, because
I will. It's the next
that's
longest
a
one,
really
so-
good. That's a great war movie, and I think it's might be one of my favorites. It's really
Okay.
good.
Sure.
You know the guy in Ant-Man who plays like the best friend in Ant-Man?
Michael Pena.
Michael Pena. This is his best role.
Ooh.
I gotta say, after watching this, you will be really upset at how the writers over at Marvel treat him, because I swear he has so much more range. That, like, if you like how he is in Ant-Man, like, okay, but like if you're like, man, this guy's got nothing, you will be blown away.
Okay, understandable. I will note that down. I will take care of it.
Do you remember popcorn for you? With Jiffy Pop and Jiffy Pop were so much fun to do. Pop, pop, Jiffy Pop, a microwave popcorn can. Pop, pop, Jiffy Pop, as good as it did back then.
If you thought no microwave popcorn could taste as good as the stovetop Jiffy Pop you loved as a kid, try microwave Jiffy Pop.
Pop, pop, Jiffy, now a microwave popcorn can. Tastes as good as it did back then.
I finally have organized all my popcorn buckets on my big old metal shelf and stuff. I
Hell
don't think
yeah.
I'd said. I think I said I'd built it. No, I said I had built it, but I didn't say I had organized it yet. And this time it's all organized, all nice and neatly laid out and everything. And honestly, it's a good thing now, because seeing it really makes me like realize like I got a lot, and I think this year I'm going to be a lot more selective.
Okay.
And I don't know what your plan is this year with popcorn buckets. If it's just the same going strong or what.
Well, it's kind of hard to be like, well, I haven't been getting any lately, because there haven't really been many lately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get, you know what? It's not one I would have gotten, but I did technically get a new popcorn bucket, because Avatar Fire and Ash it's just a simple little tin with like it's like embossed with like the floating creatures and stuff and the logo, and it's not bad. It's a $15 bucket. And I was like, I really don't like bucket. I don't not like it, but like I don't usually go for buckets that are just a normal bucket with pictures on the sides. But it was $15. My wife wanted a large popcorn, which is $10. So I'm like, all right, I'll spend $5 and have the popcorn on the side, so I can just keep this. So yeah, you know what? Why not? I got it anyway. I haven't put it in the shelf yet, but it's right by my side.
Yeah, those are the ones I collect. So nice.
Let's make a trade.
Join the right side.
Oh, all right. I'll bring this to California. We'll swap, and I'll take one of your funky looking buckets, and we'll be on our way.
I'm good. All the funky looking buckets I have, I wanted.
Damn it! God damn it.
No, but another question: do you think the popcorn bucket craze is gonna die down? Because
No.
I don't know.
I have very strong feelings why it won't.
Okay.
Movie
let's hear it.
theaters don't make a lot of money off the movies that you're watching. Most of the ticket money goes back to the studio, which is why, like, box office, like, if a movie makes $1 billion, Marvel actually does enjoy a good portion, almost all of that. You know, a very small, like maybe a third or a quarter goes back to the theaters. And it might be even worse. This is like 5 years ago metrics. This is, COVID. Who knows? It could be even worse now. But theaters make money through concessions and now merchandise. See, like they're a candy company. They make money on candy and concessions and popcorn and all that shit. But since the popcorn buckets are something that sells, That's why you don't get rewards when you buy them. You can't use rewards to buy them. It is their entire business model. So they will not stop lest you want theaters to dwindle even further.
I mean, I don't want them to stop. I don't want the theaters to dwindle. But it is this whole thing where it's like, I did notice there are a lot of buckets that will just be like, they'll be sold and then they'll like go on to like clearance really quickly. And so I'm just like,
the
that's
only
what I'm
reason
thinking about.
the only reason that happens is if they expect a movie to be bigger than it actually performs. So Captain America: Brave New World, they could not give away those buckets with the shield and the big red Hulk head. Those went to clearance because they expected a $1 billion movie. They got like less than half that. It's not even that bad of a movie, but like the point is they have way more merch than they actually like sold for that movie. So they're like, well, we got to burn it off, clearance. Whereas you go to like fucking Dune 2, those eBay, they're like over $100.
Well, I mean, you don't even have to go that far back. I mean, FNAF 2, freaking people were lining up days before the movie even released to get those buckets. All of those were rare collectibles. So
Big time, absolutely.
I don't know. With that said, I don't think they're dying, but I want to see moving forward more effort put in, because I know there can be a lot of different variations, and I
agree.
I think if we're gonna continue this, we need more effort, not just the same plastic head you'd see 50 times in a row.
I agree. You know, when Predator Badlands came out, and I don't have either bucket, sadly. I was busy that week, and they all sold out in like 3 days. But when Badlands came out, I wanted the Predator ship bucket because that was so cool. And I went to my AMC, and they just had Dex head. And I'm like, it's not cool, but that's not the version of that bucket that I want. So, like, am I going to spend real money on something that I almost really want? Probably not. So I just skipped it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's like, I can think of the ones that I like the most. The Nosferatu coffin. That's probably what I would call the gold standard of like what buckets should be moving forward.
Yes.
Because I think it was only like $20. Was it 20?
Well, mine's signed by Nicholas Hoult in my living room, so I actually couldn't.
Right.
It's not even on the screen right now.
Yours is $1 billion, but I think I remember it being like only $20, and the inside was decorated, the outside was decorated. It was nicely shaped, it was unique and everything, and I think that's the gold standard. So
it's so cool.
I think companies need to put more, or I guess studios or whoever's deciding all these, they just need to be more creative and put more effort. Not just,
I really agree.
Throw a big old head.
I really agree, and that's why like I usually don't go for a normal tin with pictures, because to me there's nothing less creative than that. It's just pictures of the movie. That's it.
I like it because there's like usually cool art.
Yeah, the art is
standout
cool.
ones. Romulus with the face hugger on the side was great.
I got that down there.
The Jurassic Park ones, look, it's super simple, but just the fact that it's a giant gallon-sized popcorn bucket is hilarious to me and so fitting. So I say yes to that. As
a guy who does not like pictures on buckets, I agree. It is I think it's the physically largest just a bucket popcorn bucket that I have. It almost like doesn't even fit in the shelf and it's on one of the biggest shelves. It's so tall.
Yeah. And I have 2 of them, so that's hilarious. But
you got the big footprint too.
Yeah, the footprint was it's stupid, but I think that one's cool.
The only reason I didn't get it is because I knew that it could not. Like, I would have to move heaven and earth to get that thing displayed anywhere in any fashion.
I agree. For me, it was just like, I thought to myself, I'm like, where else? How many other opportunities do you have to buy a giant
footprint
mold of a T-Rex foot? Like that, I mean, that's pretty, I think that was justifiable.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just like stuff like that. But at this point, I'm rambling.
Van Helsing on an iPod Classic.
Yo!
Does it get any more 2000s?
Oh my god, man. I feel like this is the way the filmmaker intended, by the way. This is the real vision. When Scorsese says that Marvel is not cinema, this is what he means by cinema. This is what he intends people to experience with cinema. Oh, hell yeah, the vampire attack. Let's get it. Oh, yeah, dude, I'm gonna watch that movie right now. Let's get it.
Okay, now on to the actual topic, which is the top 10 movies of 2025. So, Jake, why don't you start us off with your number 10?
All right, let's crack this list open. Do we want honorable mentions for number 11 or no?
I guess we could go over honorable mentions really quick if we want to do that.
My honorable mention film of 2025, the one that would be in the top 10, but it's just one space out, is Companion. I think this is a brilliant fucking movie that I went in with very low expectations. It looked like just another cheesy horror schlock film. And it's horror, but it's also philosophical, and it's actually really fun and has something great to say. So I love that movie.
Let me just sort my letterbox really quick. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I actually really loved Companion. For a while, it was in my top 10 list. It was in a running.
Me too.
Obviously, after a while, it topped down. I have the 4K of it. I really enjoyed that one. That was a really good one. So yeah, I think that's a great pick, and saves me from having to talk about it too. But no, I think that was great. Let's see what else. I accidentally popped out, so my bad. Let me pop back in. Okay. I'm gonna say Jay, I know Jay's gonna be pissed off at me for this one, but I think my notable mentions, I have a few. I'm gonna shout out first.
Well, you have multiple? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Is there only one honorable mention we get?
I would have mentioned more than one. I got a ton of movies I'd like. Well, hold on. All right. Do you want to do like let's do like 3? How about that?
I can agree to 3. I think 3's a good amount. Yeah.
All right. You do your 3, and then I'll do another 2.
Predator Badlands.
Hell
I thought
yeah.
it was really good.
Hell yeah.
It just, there was like something missing, and I think besides the fact that I wasn't big on the main design of Dex throughout most of the movie, I was like, I think the other thing was just that ending doesn't feel as satisfying as like other endings, because it feels very, we're setting up another movie ending.
The very end, yeah, I think that's the one issue I'm having with the modern renaissance of Predator movies, which I all love. I think Dan Trachtenberg is a genius. The one issue I'm having is that, like, right after the title card comes up and the credits start, like 10 seconds later is this big sequel bait thing. And I'm like, dude, like...
I didn't even remember... see, and that's the thing. I didn't even realize that it was right after the title card. I thought it was... I thought it was the ending, the sequence, and then the title card. I didn't realize that.
Because Dan Trachtenberg has done 3 so far in a short period of time. The only one that's paid off is Prey, and it leads into Killer of Killers because that's the clan that came and got her. But then that has a big hook at the end. Arguably the biggest hook in all of Predator happens at the end of that one. Like the entire series.
But the thing about Prey is that I feel like you still got a very satisfying end. Like it was like, okay, we're wrapped up and stuff like that. It didn't like in the credits part, it shows that happening. But in the thing itself, it's like, okay, this is the end. With Badlands, it's kind of like, it's like, okay, yeah, he kills it, but then you still get this feeling that like things are kind of going on, and then it's just like, I don't know, it was a little iffy on it.
Sure.
But other than that, I think it was a fantastic film. It's just those small bits that are holding me back. I know everyone rolls their eyes like, oh, get over the fact that you don't like Dex's design, Xander. I'm like, oh, okay, well, listen. When it comes to a good movie, you got to think about reasons why it's not in your top 10.
Got him.
Holding me back. I'm particular.
Dex's design is rad, by the way.
At the end, his design's rad. It's just like going
throughout.
I don't know. I don't like the ponytail. I don't like the ponytail. I'm sorry. Let the dreads run free. All right, your turn.
Oh, we're taking turns. Okay, yeah. So another one that I'm gonna throw out there is real quick is, man, which one do I pick? You know, I'm gonna say there's this documentary that I was shocked didn't get nominated. It's like the only documentary I saw this year, and it happens to be one of my favorite documentaries like in recent year, called Predators. It's not about the franchise. It's about Chris Hansen and how he was catching predators like in the early 2000s.
Oh shit.
And it's kind of documented like the rise and fall of that NBC show, and that he's now had a renaissance because in the past like 5 or 6 years or so he's done Takedown, which I watch every episode of. I'm a big Chris Hansen fan. I love when he comes out and catches his predators, and like you see like all these weird people are now in jail because Chris Hansen does his fun show to get views or whatever, but like he's actually helping the world in some way, which is fantastic. So but the documentary kind of goes into that, like the morality of it is like, you know, is this an okay thing? It's kind of like juggling the tone of, juxtaposing, I should say, the tone of like, yeah, we're putting predators in jail, but are all the predators as depicted on the show people that should have their entire lives ruined? And Chris Hansen always hides behind the fact of like, well, they were there to intending to molest a child. But then the documentary goes into cases where it's like, that might not have been true. Where like they were, like there was this one case where the decoy pretended she was 15 years old. The predator was 18. In some states, that's legal, but they caught him in a state where it wasn't, and he went to jail. And he's out of jail now, but like basically his entire life, he's like a felon, and now it's like kind of ruined, and it's like kind of makes you think about some of these fucking special cases. It's like, wow, okay. Anyway, I love that. I love the conversation around that, and anything with Chris Hansen in it, it's my shit. I love Chris Hansen.
Oh yeah, no, Chris Hansen's awesome. I like that guy. Man, it's so hard. There's a lot of good ones. But I think I'm gonna have to say Black Phone 2. I think that one was really good. It was kind of a surprise for me, and I think it was worth a watch. I enjoyed it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Black Phone 2 is great. It's not super high on my list. It's better than like some other things, but it's solid stuff. Another film that I would argue is one of the best of the year, this is my last honorable, would probably be, I'm also struggling to pick one because there's just a lot of great fucking movies that came out this year.
Right.
You know what? I'll go with one that I saw very recently that almost made the top 10 because it was that good. It's called Good Fortune with Keanu Reeves.
Oh.
Yeah, this is an excellent movie. I went in with very low expectations because it just sounded like just another comedy. I love Keanu Reeves. Matrix is the best movie of all time. So anything with him in it, I'm happy to see. But this movie has such a crazy good message. Like, and the way it delivers on what it's trying to say, by way of humor and comedy, it's so powerful and so, like, it's so relatable. I work DoorDash, man. Like, and I make okay money doing it. I'm living a life. I'm having a kid. I'm supporting myself. But, dude, the way it portrays gig culture, dead on. Like, all of the punchlines of, like, one of the premises is that the rich guy and the poor guy swap lives through magic. And the rich guy is like, has no idea how working for a living works at all. He's just been a Nepo baby and is like an investor. And he's like, oh, man, like he's living in a hotel because he has nowhere to live. And he's like, oh, I'll pay the hotel fee. If you can delay the checkout fee for just a quick 8 hours, I'll work DoorDash and I'll pay it. And he works DoorDash and he gets back to the hotel. He's like, I get paid on Monday? That's like 5 days away. He's like never worked in his life. It's like the funniest, like so many beats, comedic beats. It was just like, that's my life. That's funny. You know, not that I'm super poor, but like, it's just like, yeah, that's just so funny to me. So I love that movie for what it did.
Yeah, I had a good time with that one. I think Keanu was well casted. That was pretty, like, they did a really good job casting him for that role.
Oh, he's great. He's perfect.
I think my final one is going to go, just to piss you off, Jake.
Wolfman.
Avatar, Fire and Ash.
I'm not pissed off. I liked the movie. All right? I liked it.
I really liked this movie. I liked it a lot more than Way of Water. I think it was, I don't know, I just think it was a great time. It never really stopped running, and I was engaged the whole time. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everyone had issues with it. I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's Avatar.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we've had conversations about it in the past. I still like it. I enjoy it. I think the first 2/3 are like the best Avatar movie of any of them. Like it's just all gas, no brakes, cannot be beat. And then the third act is like beat for beat Way of Water's third act. They didn't even change anything about the third act. It's just identical. And I'm like, damn, man, you could have delivered such a great finale, you know? But I feel like they didn't.
I don't know. I disagree. I think it was a great finale. I think it was unique enough from Way of Water. And also, I mean, come on, man. That shot of the Banshees flying from like the Fire Clan, and it's like against that like sun. That was such a cool shot.
Yeah, understandable.
It was good. I liked it. But yeah. Okay, now for the real top 10.
My number 10 is a film that we've already discussed, unrelated, Predator Killer of Killers. I think this movie is amazing. I did not expect multiple films in the best of the year to have the word Predator in them. I think I have 3. But Predator Killer of Killers is an amazing extension of the franchise. This is another one that I went in with like very little expectations. I'm like, okay, most tie-in animated stuff to live action properties is usually shit because they're just like, we don't have enough money to make a real film in the series, so let's just make a quick product. But this is actually made with a lot of heart and a lot of intent, and I love the way it executes. I wish they didn't tip their hat so early that it was all connected, because as soon as the first one ends and she's got the collar on, I'm like, oh, that's what they're doing. They're doing a Jake Kamara's The Devil's League on bookshelves now. But no, they're doing one of those things where it feels like an anthology and it just ends up being a big old crossover at the end. So that would have hit harder as a surprise in my opinion. But that's the only knock I have against it. It's so good.
I agree.
It's so great.
I agree. I liked it a lot too. I think the only reason why it wasn't in my top 10 was just because I was like, I didn't find the Viking one as cool. But the rest was really cool and great and really creative.
Yeah, it was really fun.
My number 10 is going to be Naked Gun. Oh. I know I talked about this movie way earlier in the podcast, but oh my God, I haven't laughed that hard in so long, and that was such a funny film. And I mean, enough said. It deserves to be in top 10. It deserves to have gotten a spotlight. It really did great.
Naked Gun was almost an honorable for me. It's in the top 15 if we did that list.
Brownie points for the posters that said this was not made by AI, and they made it look like it was made by AI.
So many fingers and hands and shit.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
So bonus points for that because that was just great.
That was so funny.
What's your number 9, my guy?
Number 9. No Other Choice. It's a movie that got totally snubbed. It should have been at least nominated for, Best Picture and things like that. This is one of the best films of the year. Obviously, I think that because it's number 9 of the year. But it's a brilliant film about a guy who gets fired from his job, and he plans on spending a few months looking for another job. He spends like a year and a half, goes broke. His family has to sell the house, in a bad position. What he does is the only way to secure his very specific technical job at the next company, he posts a fake ad for a fake company and gets the applications of the people he would be competing against and then uses their information on their resumes to hunt them down and kill them so that when he applies for the job, he's the only one who can get hired. And
dude, I remember seeing a trailer for this. I wanted to go see it. Fuck.
Right. It's so good. I watched, it was HD, but it was a digital version. It wasn't in theaters. I wish I watched it in theaters. It's so good.
My number 9 is going to be... It's so funny because I was afraid this was going to happen like it did last year, where you're going to list a lot of movies I've never seen and we're like, fuck. My number 9 is going to be The Surfer with Nick Cage. Have you seen this one?
I've not. You told me to watch it. I never did.
It was really good, really weird, very out there, but once like that third act hits, like everything really clicks and it just is really interesting, cool, and it's a good time. It's a trippy time, but it's a good time. I really like it. I think it's very mise en scene.
Mise en scene. I know what you're trying to say. I don't know how to say it either.
Yeah, this one's good.
It's great.
It might be the best performance of Nick Cage.
Ooh,
That's-
that's high praise.
All
Well,
right.
speaking of things being the best version of something, my number 8 is Frankenstein. It is
Okay.
probably my favorite adaptation of the book because it is so faithful to what that book is, but the changes that are made are for the better of the medium of film. So it's like one of the most
Okay.
accurate and beautiful adaptations that I've ever seen of Frankenstein. And there's been 100 years of cinema worth of fucking Frankenstein movies. Like he just can't stop showing up in movies, man. He just can't stop.
That's
He's
true.
all over the place.
That's true.
But no, Del Toro, when obviously if he's directing it, you know it's going to be good just by default. But I did not even know how goddamn good this movie could be, and it was Shape of Water level good, man. It's so brilliant.
Yeah, my favorite version of Frankenstein was made by this little known director, James Whale, who's back in the 1930s. I don't know if you've never heard of him.
I mean, I think I was alive back then. Yeah, I'm 172, so I was definitely around. I was in like my 40s back when that came out. I don't even think the math lines up on that, by the way. If you did,
I was a young lad when I was watching that.
I was but a mere minor glory.
A mere minor. I enjoyed it. I don't know. I liked a lot of it. I think some of the lighting was off, and I feel like the only other thing that I wasn't big on was that the dad that like funds Dr. Frankenstein in this, he kind of just dies, and then nothing really comes out of that.
Oh, I like that story-wise because it's more about the aftermath with like his daughter and stuff like that.
But like you don't see any aftermath. Like there
With his
never
daughter?
comes up that it never comes up that the daughter never goes like, "What happened to my dad?"
That it's true. It is a lie that's never revealed, but I like what the lie says about Dr. Frankenstein's character. I like how they
I guess.
did that.
I just feel like it kind of went out of nowhere, and like him whole being like, "You have to save me. You have to do it now. You have to operate me." And it's like, bro, you've been doing all this doctor stuff with him. Like you know what's gonna happen. I don't know why this rushing thing. Like it just felt a little too like forced. That whole like no, it's gotta be me. And like he's literally explaining, it's like, look, we can do that, but like the disease is just gonna fuck over this body too. Like so I mean like I don't know. It's one of those tropes that frustrates me. The refusing to listen trope and everything, where it's like if you just like take 5 seconds to just calm down, like it's fine. Like it felt like the dude wasn't using some common sense.
Sure. Yeah, I understand.
And I guess it's also like it's like usually like the argument that I try to make to stuff like that sometimes it's like, well then the movie wouldn't happen. But in this case it's like the movie kind of happened regardless, and nothing really like him rushing it or him like not willing to listen to Frankenstein and everything and him dying, it didn't really like impede anything. The monster still got created. The monster didn't like change in any way because of how the experiment ended up going or anything.
I agree. It's a little quick, but the story decision of doing that I don't dislike. I like what they do with that as the movie goes on. I like where it ends up. But yeah.
Fair enough.
I could have used more time.
Alright.
I agree though. I could have used maybe a little longer.
My number 8 is going to be, and this might be controversial to people, One Battle After Another.
It's not controversial. It's a great movie.
Controversial in the sense of how low in the top 10 it is.
Yeah, it's my number 19.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if anything, I'm the controversial one.
I'm in the company of folks. Okay. I really liked it. Really had a great time. Great acting by Sean Penn and
Yeah.
Leo and everything.
It's a great
It's just that second death for Sean Penn is just so. Cut that out. What are we doing?
I don't mind it. I think it's a good punchline because his story was basically a joke. Yeah, with the Christmas adventures. Yeah, I think that's absolutely
No, that was all great and stuff. But it's like you see him get crashed in the car. You see all that. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, that's a great ending. Stuff like that. And then we have to watch him get up, walk, and you're like, what? He's still alive? And And then immediately in the next scene, he gets killed again. And I'm just like,
I will agree that it's
we're
not.
just rambling on here. Come on.
I'll agree it's not necessary, but I did enjoy it. I don't mind the inclusion, is how I think about that.
I guess. I don't know. That's kind of what really, I guess, held it back from going any higher. Other than that, it was a great time. Courage, Bob. Courage.
Number 7 is Mickey 17. This movie's brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, I know it came out way earlier in the year. Had this come out in awards season, it would be nominated for Best Picture. It's that good. It's just everyone forgot about it. It's been so long. It's a brilliant film.
Yeah, recency bias killed this one hard, sadly.
What?
No. Because like you said, everyone forgot about it.
Oh, I thought like for you were like, yeah, I loved it, but now I don't like it.
No. I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But I think it was great. It was in my top 10, but there's just like a lot of movies I was like, holy shit, this is so good. And I try really hard not to go into recency bias. I say that as like, I think I have 3 films in here that came out like right before 2025 ended.
If I watch a movie and I go, that was perfect, I'm gonna give it a 10, I always stop myself. I'm like, give it like a day or two. Let me really sit before I hand out the 10. And it's got to stand the test of a little bit of time, just a little.
7. Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. This was a romance film, romance drama, and biggest thing for me was that it's a movie that makes use of the fact that it's a movie, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
It does things that it can get away with because it's not reality. It can do things. You can cut in weird ways. You can do different things, and I love when movies do that.
I will look that up.
Nobody watched this movie, and I think it was great.
Yeah, I've never heard of it, so I'm definitely gonna check that out then.
Yeah, it's a good romance. I think it's a good drama. I don't know. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked what it said about like romantic relationships and stuff and with people.
Okay, good to hear. Number 6 for me is a film that might be higher on other people's lists, much like you with One Battle. Sinners. I love this movie. I thought it was brilliant. 16 nominations, breaking the all-time record, is like mind-blowing that this would happen to this movie, but I'm not opposed. Every category that it was nominated, which is, I think it was nominated in all eligible category, like every possible thing you could nominate this for, I think it got nominated for. Don't mind it showing up in those places. It did have some of the best production design. It did have some of the best acting. It did have some of the best cinematography. Like all down the list, you're like, yeah, Sinners kind of checks all those boxes. It's one of the best movies of the year. So hell yeah.
Agreed. I mean, depending on what your number 1 is, all I'm gonna say is you let the white man win, Jake. Come on, what are you doing?
I'm actually looking at my next 5 films. The protagonist is white in... Nope, he's black. My bad. Most of them have white guys.
It's an alien, but...
It's played by a black guy.
He is? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Wait.
We stay winning.
So you stay winning, but what are the directors?
Oh no,
director's white.
James Gunn is even his hair is white. James Gunn. Zach Cregger is one of the whitest kids you know. That's his title. Oh no. Dan Trachtenberg. Come on, his name is Trachtenberg. He's not black. Alex Garland, super white. Oh my God, wait. Ari. Ari is a name that's not. I'm looking it up. I'm panicking. I'm not racist. I promise. Guys, I'm not racist. Oh, he's white. God damn it. No.
You let the white man win. Can't let the white man win, Jake.
Sorry. I think I'm just racist. I'm so sorry. I tried to nominate more movies.
No, you're not racist. You're not racist. You're just not. You're just not helping.
No, I'm absolutely not an ally to a soul in the world. I'm a lone wolf of attempted non-racism.
Okay, my number 6 is a really good movie, Begonia. Have you seen this one yet?
I have indeed seen Begonia. We
Thank God.
talked a little bit about it in the chat.
We did. I didn't want to say much because at the time I don't think you had seen it.
Right, and I appreciate
this is
that.
one of those movies. And this is one of those
yeah.
movies where, you don't want to say anything about it to someone who hasn't seen it. With that said, if you haven't watched the movie, stop the podcast right now. Go watch it, or just do that.
I'm
but
surprised.
Now we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that a movie this weird got a Best Picture nomination.
I'm not. I think it did great. I mean, Emma Stone killed it in this. And frickin' Jesse Plemons, my guy. Wow. This movie deserves to be in the top 10 just because I have never watched a movie that, even though I knew the twist, I still was questioning the twist.
Mm-hmm.
Up until the end, up until that final scene when you finally see her step out of that ambulance, I was questioning what was real.
Yep. I appreciate this movie quite a bit. Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. My first thought with the announcements of the nominations, I was like, damn, Emma gets one, but not Jesse Plemons. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, no, the Best Actor category this year is super stacked. Like, good luck getting a nomination for anybody. They're all heavy hitters. So I wasn't too mad about that, but they were both really good in this.
Plus, I feel like Jesse did a great job, but I do see how it makes sense because, like, I feel like she had to do a lot more different range of emotions in this. Because, I mean, one, she's acting like an alien who's pretending to be a human who doesn't think that aliens are real. So there's that whole, like, dichotomy, and she pulls it off well. And then there's, like, she's got to act afraid, and then she's got to be in power, and then this and that. Where, like, Plemons is playing a static, emotional kind of, if that makes any sense. Like, he's only playing, like, one level. He's in control kind of thing.
I
Whereas,
see
like,
that.
she's going through a bunch of different things.
I see that, but, like, I really think Jesse Plemons, like, so, like, there's so many, like, intricacies, right? Like, he does it's very character driven, this movie, and it's so well done. Even, like, the brother, he'd be good for Best Supporting. He just wasn't
He did a great job.
as much of it as Emma, obviously.
Yeah.
The thing with me, and it's the same reason I love the movie, is the reason that I kind of have a knock against it. It's a little lower on the list. It is a brilliant criticism of two types of people, or two cultures, really, which is the conspiracy theory, everything you read on Facebook is true, confirmation bias. Emma Stone even says it in the movie where she's like, oh, well, everyone in the world that has your crazy idea, the internet now lets you talk to everyone and makes you think that you're part of a bigger community, when in reality, you're a crazy guy. You're insane.
Yeah.
So it's criticizing that character and that type of person while also criticizing the evil shill corporate CEO that just is all PR and all, like, two-faced, 10-faced, 20-faced different, like, personalities of, like, this is my corporate persona, this is, like, let's have a dialogue. And in reality, she's doing super evil, shitty things to a lot of people. It's those two evil types of people pitted against each other because of the circumstances of the plot and stuff like that. And I loved that as a criticism of both of them. The twist proves Jesse Plemons right, and I don't like that thematically for what the movie was trying to go for. I kind of wish that because the movie works so well if they're both fucked up and they're both wrong. So the fact that Jesse Plemons is like, everything he did in the movie was totally true now. He should have tortured her with electricity to save the human race, or whatever the fuck he was. I don't even know. Like, for me, it's like, I kind of wish that thematically didn't happen. So that's my take on that. I still enjoyed it quite a bit.
I get that. I don't think it lessens either commentary, because at the end of the day, the aliens are still trying to make humanity work and stuff. So it's kind of still that whole thing where it's like, yeah, he was right, but I don't know. It's a complex film. There's lots of layers to it, which I like. By the way, speaking of the whole corporate thing, that one scene where she's all like, "I'm sorry, you're this happened to your mother. This won't happen again." It was like so dead. I'm like, "Fuck you, bitch."
Yeah, I love that. You know,
it was good. But no, that's why I don't know, I liked it. But yeah, I think I going back to Emma Stone for a quick second. I think after having done directing with Nathan on, like, Draco, I kind of I get more like just how complex it can be to like direct and even act that kind of character where like it's just there's multiple layers going on all the time.
Yes, I love that. My number 5 is it's a film about an alien. It's Superman. It's a great movie, and it's made by James Gunn, who is a very talented superhero movie maker man. Who this is kind of like, if you were gonna pick someone to be president of DC Studios, who has more experience making superhero movies than this guy? Kind of almost nobody. Like, this is the guy. So he delivers, and he delivers in goddamn spades. I'm a big DC fanboy. How I feel about Universal Monsters, I feel equal, if not more so, about DC comics and characters and stuff.
I kind of got that.
I'm big into the Justice League. The Justice League is my favorite fictional team of anything ever, and so I have been extremely disappointed with the DCEU as it's been since like Man of Steel all the way up to now.
Really?
Yeah, I
never would have gotten that sense.
I like a few select options. I love Flash. That movie I think is the best of it. It's the closest it came to like being an actual like fun DC universe. But this is the signal saying, hey, the DC universe is going to be great now. Like, we're not going to greenlight something until the script is good. We're actually going to care about our movies from day one when the page is written, instead of just throwing shit together in the middle of shooting. Like, weird concept, right? Like, only make movies you like think are going to be good, think that you like, right? It's weird that hasn't been the standard for like 15 years. But no, this movie is awesome. Speaking of the movie itself, it is an amazing movie. I love the morals and themes, and the big speech with him and Lex Luthor is the best thing ever. So yeah, brilliant movie.
I liked it. For context, I really could care less about DC. Never like, I don't like have a hateful reason why. It just never really appealed to me. It was never like big on it. I watch the movies. I'm like, oh, interesting, this and that. But usually I'm just like, eh. But yeah, I thought it was a great time. I had a good time with it. Other than that, it's just on my top 5 because I'm like, yeah, it was a good time. Did well. That's it. Didn't change my opinion about it really much.
Fair enough. Well, what is your number 5, my friend?
Rental Family.
Oh, I didn't see this one.
Oh, Brendan Fraser. What can I say? It's just a nice slice of life kind of story taking place in Japan, and you get to see the beauty of Japan, and just I loved it. It's just so wonderfully shot, and it's just like a really good, really heartfelt story and stuff. And Brendan Fraser did an amazing job. So, enough said.
Aww, so nice.
Yeah, I could see in your feels.
Number 4 is Predator: Badlands, a movie I love.
Hey,
it's
I knew
so great. It's a brilliant fucking. It was this or Superman. I went back and forth. They can kind of swap. Honestly, they give me the same experience of like, fuck yeah, that's that property I love being treated with a new, fresh, flavor in a way we haven't really seen before, and it's just. But for Predator, the difference is that Predator is a series that has gone up and down in the past. Actually, let me take that back. The AVP series has gone up and down. I got to mention Alien because Weyland Yutani is in this movie. AVP has gone up and down. Predator, I only don't like the Shane Black Predator. All the Predator movies I actually like, other than that one.
Yeah.
So it's a consistent franchise. So the fact that this is one of the highlights in a franchise with a lot of highlights speaks to the quality of the movie, in my opinion. So it's just an amazing, amazing time.
No, I mean, hey, that's a good pick. I agree. And yeah, no, I mean, I haven't seen the Shane Black one. So for me, all the Predator movies have been great.
I share your opinion in that respect. I'm very envious of you, actually.
All right. My next 4, it is hard because it was pretty hard like deciding how to order them. These all could be in all these movies could probably hit number 1. But my 4th, I had to commit because I commit to my choices. I commit to answers.
What a guy.
My number 4 is Weapons.
Hey.
I thought this was really, really well done. I mean, when I try to order these, I think about like my experience in that theater watching for the first time, and I felt, and that scene with the scissors in the car and the whole audience going silent, it just, I mean, how do you not throw that in
every time
in the highest of the list? Like, it's just like, whoa.
I saw this
that
in
end
theaters
bit.
twice, and sorry to interrupt you, but that scene in the car you're talking about where it's like dead silent and the back door opens, I saw this in theaters 2 times. Both times, one was premiere night and one was like during opening weekend, so it was a lot more popular. Both times the theater reacted like, "Oh no," and it wasn't like a shock, like ah. It was like a dreadful like moan almost from the whole theater.
Yeah, if you forget what I had said the first time earlier, like last year when we were talking about it on the podcast, I legitimately, it went from and then just, and the theater, you could hear a pin drop.
Yup.
It was like
Yup. Haunting stuff, man.
It's like,
Haunting.
that's why I love movies, man. Like, when stuff like that happens, that's what it's all about. That's that high you chase.
That's
If you've never understood why I love movies so much, it's moments like those that you chase.
I will talk about Weapons Suit. I mean, honestly I would have put Weapons higher on the list, but the director and star are both white. And frankly, like, I'm not as racist as you are, so I have other films up instead. No, I'll talk about Weapons pretty soon. In reality, it's a brilliant film, but not yet.
I think it was great. Yeah. But yeah, I've talked about it before. So I think literally one of the podcasts was called episode Weapons. So just look at that one to get really a full breakdown.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, all right. What is your number 3? I think.
It's also a movie that starts with W that has 7 letters. That's one word. It's called Warfare.
Okay, all right.
Yes, it is a brilliant movie. It might be my favorite war movie, like, ever. It's real time. It is based on an event that happened in the 2000s, like in Iraq, and it is directed by Alex Garland and co-directed by a real Marine who was there. And Alex Garland is like, hey, I'm like the filmmaker behind this, but like, tell this story exactly how you and your teammates remember it. And everyone because they ended up surviving, thankfully, but most of them survived. And they collaborated in this movie to tell the story exactly as they remembered it from their notes and stuff like that. And it is wow. It's like, if you ever care about like realism, this is it. But also the way that there's no score. It's just a real-time event that feels so natural. It's like one of the most creative ways you could do a movie by having it so down to earth, and like it puts you there. You feel like you're in. If you're squeamish, maybe you shouldn't watch this. But like, you feel like you're in a fucking war. It's crazy.
I watched this in theaters. I saw it in IMAX. And it was great. It was in my top 10 for a while. It's just there were so many other movies that really got me. And again, it's hard to say this, but most times when I do decide on a top 10, one of the things is rewatchability. How much do I want to rewatch this film?
I get
and
that.
Warfare is great. I'm gonna go on my way to buy it on Blu-ray. But it is one of those movies where I'm like,
can I just say, I am
Yeah.
tremendously jealous that you saw this in IMAX. I didn't know what I was getting. I walked into the theater, and honestly, I watched it, and I think I had the biggest screen at my theater, but my theater is not the biggest popular theater in the world or anything. It's just a really big screen, and it was great. I can only imagine what IMAX would have looked like and felt like for this.
It was pretty crazy. It was pretty loud, which was good. Yeah, it was worth it. All right, my number 3, we were just talking about this recently, Marty Supreme.
Hey.
And this is exactly why I didn't talk about it much, is because I wanted to talk about it in this. I can't remember the last time a movie has left me feeling so stressed out for most of the film. I was so many times I was sitting there like going like, oh my god, what the fuck? And I'm just like, I was locked in. I was stressed out. I was like, oh my god, that ping pong ball match at the end there. Holy shit.
That's the best part of the
and
movie.
then it's like,
Yeah.
and then it's just like that whole thing where it's like at the end of the day, it finally stopped about him like trying to be like the greatest writer, and it was like it was finally down to like what he really cared about, which was just like he just wanted to know that he could win, that if he got that second shot, he could have won, and that's all that mattered to him. And it was like, okay, that's great. And he hugs him, he's like, you're gonna win, good luck and stuff like that.
Right. What's great about
And
that scene
he
too
just-
is that
it's
like
good.
unlike the third act of like every movie ever made, you don't know if he's gonna win or lose. It like
Yeah,
story
I
wise,
know.
it could have worked either way. So you're actually there suspenseful, like, oh my god, is he gonna hit this? Oh my god, it's neck and neck. Is he gonna get this? Like it's a genuinely suspenseful ending.
It's great. Freaking Mr. Wonderful was a surprise, to be sure. I literally like halfway through, I leaned over to my friend Gary and was like, "Is that Mr. Wonderful?" He's
He
like,
did
"Yeah,
an
yeah,
offer.
Kevin
He
Leary."
made a pitch, a Shark Tank offer for him to appear in fucking Tokyo. And I'm watching this like there's no way. Like
I was like, "Why does this guy seem so fucking familiar?"
I was like, why is he not offering a royalty deal on his ping pong deal? Like he did an offer straight up.
He did a great job. I really enjoyed him. I mean, obviously he's just playing himself, but like still, like, I always say like to play oneself, like the writer and the director still have to like realize, oh, this is how that person acts. This is how they work. This is their strengths and stuff. So that still takes a level of skill to do. And so I applaud the director and the writer for that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just the whole movie is just great. The only downside is that opening, I feel, is just so tonally imbalanced. It sets like with just the sperm and everything. It just was like, I was like, am I getting more like a more comedy? And it's a much more serious kind of like drama. But it was just like that opening bit. I was like,
I didn't mind the sperm. I thought that was all right because that all ties in at the very end with him breaking down and seeing his kid. You know.
it ties in. I just feel like it set an expectation for the film that isn't really there.
Yeah,
Like, oh, this is gonna be more ridiculous, more silly, kind of
surreal. Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, like, dude, when the gas station blew up, my jaw dropped. When the guy gets his head shot off with the shotgun, my jaw dropped.
Yeah, that was tremendous. Tremendous.
Yeah, so great film overall. All right, number 2, buddy.
Number two of the year. This one's Weapons for me.
All right,
I'm going to keep it short because I've talked a lot about Weapons on Hot Quality Content, and you talked about a lot of things in Weapons already that I love.
We had a whole podcast episode.
Yeah, we did. We have that. Just go back and listen to it for all the highlights, or not the highlights, for the in-depth discussion. This is the highlights. Excellent movie. It is. You can tell the guy that made Barbarian made this because it's like kind of stylistically similar. But
I still need to watch Barbarian.
Oh, Barbarian's great, but Weapons is like another level good. Like it's crazy how well done this is. And just go listen to that EQS episode. Just listen to the podcast. Whatever. Who cares? So number 2.
All right, my number 2. It's really hard to narrow all these down. But at the end of the day, I had to think about that moment and think about just how many films have been able to achieve scenes like these and none. And the scene I'm talking about is the fact that the idea of a child crawling up a mountain of skulls and placing his mother's skull that just recently was defleshed and placing it on the top, and that feeling peaceful and safe with all that imagery around you, and that fact I was able to feel from that, like that, I don't know how else to explain it other than that's so impressive. 28 years later was just amazing. I thought it was so creative. That was another thing that Bone Temple didn't really do much. It was more straightforward with its shots. But 28 years later, this is what we're talking about. So creative with cinematography. I thought the story was really well done. There's so many bits that I was on the edge of my seat. And again, just the Temple of Bones and just all that peacefulness that came about from it, even though it should be so off-putting, scary, stuff like that, but it's peaceful. And that one final scene, it got me emotional. I was tearing up. And And that imagery, any other time, it should be scary. It should be fucked up. But no, it was peaceful. And
Yes.
that's why it's number 2.
Brilliant movie. Absolutely brilliant movie. It is my number 15. So if we were just extending top 10 of the year just a little bit, it would be on my list. But my number 1 of the year is a movie that not a lot of people have as their number 1. I'm a little bit of an outlier here. But it is the best Ari Aster movie that he's made. It is Eddington.
Okay.
And it is a
Yet to see it.
brilliant look, harrowing look at American culture, mostly like the hate-filled culture of America. It's set in COVID 2020 lockdown.
Okay.
And
Don't tell me anymore.
I will not
'cause
tell
my
you
partner
any-
went and saw this.
any
and
specifics.
He said it was really good.
Oh,
so.
it's brilliant. I will not tell you any specifics.
Okay.
I'll just talk generally and say that like all of the characters, every subsequent scene just get a little more despicable than the last scene. And that's it. I'll only say that. And I'm not going to talk about the plot or anything like that, but like, damn, everything I love about this movie is a spoiler. So I'm not going to say a damn word. It's just, I think this is just picture perfect for like what this movie was trying to do. It said perfectly. Better than any movie said anything ever.
Nice. Okay. All right. My number 1, like I said, these 4 films could have been swapped around anywhere. But this movie was really, really great. And at the end of the day, I really thought to myself, can't let the white man win. Sinners number 1, baby.
Understandable. And I mean, look, I totally get it. Like, you're not racist. I'm extremely racist. It makes sense. It makes sense.
No, but beyond that, I mean, I think it's just a really great time. It's scary. It's fun. The fact of just like Michael B. just playing 2 characters and just all the showing off with being able to like split him into that whole time, and I just think it was freaking awesome. I mean, the vampires in there were like freaking cool. The whole like, I don't know, just the whole setting, the shots, just everything. I mean, it was just a great freaking movie overall, and I think it deserves to be number 1 of the year, honestly.
No, I totally see that. A lot of people share your opinion. So,
and it looked amazing in IMAX too. So
I
think
did see
I
it
saw it
in
in IMAX, and I saw it in Dolby too. So it was
yeah.
it was a great
I've
time.
only seen it the once, but it was IMAX. And once it left IMAX, I was like, I don't know if I want to see it again because it's just going to be in like a normal screen, and it's just not as impactful for me. So I've been spoiled. But no, it's a
Yeah.
brilliant movie, and I'm very happy I watched it in that format.
Yeah.
And those would be our top 10s.
Top 10 of 2025. I think we've seen I think this year we saw a lot of each other's movies, because I remember last year it was like a lot of like, haven't seen that, have seen that, stuff like that. So
I was the one who was slacking most of the time during last year. I have caught the hell up in the winter months. So I'm there. I'm in there.
that's good, yeah. So yeah, I mean, you guys tell us what your top 10s were. Tell us if we were right or wrong. Was Jake racist? Was he not?
Was I racist or was I extremely racist? There's 2 tiers
Yeah.
to it. I can't possibly be lower.
Did he let the white man win, or was he just letting his opinions?
I don't know. You
run
tell me.
free?
Eddington, Ari Aster, white. Main character, Joaquin Phoenix, white. Sorry. Oh! One of the main characters is Pedro Pascal. What? You can't let the white man win. You can't let him. He's in there.
There we go. There we go.
You know,
you saved yourself, Jake.
when I saw Pedro Pascal in Eddington pop up as one of the main characters, I was like, dude, finally they cast him in something. I mean, what the hell has he been up to lately? You know?
Materialists, Fantastic Four, fucking. Hasn't he been in like a third one?
Yes,
He's making the Mandalorian movie. I'm sorry, Jake, but what hasn't fucking Pedro been in this year?
Yes,
Jesus
that
Christ.
is in fact the commentary I was alluding towards. Yeah, Hollywood cannot stop with Pedro Pascal.
Hollywood loves Pedro Pascal, man. They are in love with that man.
They
and
will
like
not
a
stop.
portion of the internet is trying their damnedest to cancel him.
Why? Oh, just
I
because
guess
he's in
he's-
everything. I get it.
No, I guess it's like they watch videos and apparently he's he's a little too touchy. I don't know. I don't get it.
Is he not his he's a little I thought he was not straight. That was my understanding of him. I don't know if I misread an article somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it's not disclosed. Maybe I assumed that.
Jake, are you saying if you're bi or gay, you get a pass?
You can't let the white man win. He's not white. That's my pass. Wikipedia says he's Chilean and American, so we're letting half of the white men win on this one.
Half of the white man.
Too funny. Too funny.
With that said, what movies are you looking forward to this year?
Oh my God, that's a topic in and of itself. But it's hard not to say things like The Odyssey, or Avengers: Doomsday, or Spider-Man: Brand New Day, or Dune. And I think Doomsday is the next Barbenheimer. I am so excited.
Are they coming out at the same time?
Same day.
Oh wow, okay.
It's never been done. People say Barbenheimer did this first, but Barbenheimer has two different demographics. Doom and Doomsday are very similar demographics, so that's gonna blow up the world when that comes out in December.
That's it's gonna be on the same level as the trilogy time when Shrek 3 came out, Spider-Man 3 came out, and Pirates 3 came out.
The Holy Weekend.
The Holy Weekend, yeah. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I'm excited for Dune 3, but I'm not like it's like one of those things like someone's like, "Oh yeah, Dune 3 is coming out." I'm like, "Oh, right, I forgot about that." I mean, I'm going to go see it day one. Like this was like an Avatar situation, but yeah.
Sure.
Spider-Man, I'm a huge Spider-Man fanboy. Everyone knows this.
Me too.
Looking forward to it. When does it come out?
It comes out in July, right after the Odyssey, because Nolan took the IMAX screens away from it.
Damn, okay. And then Odyssey and Doom, when does Odyssey come out?
July, because Nolan took the IMAX screens away from Spider-Man.
Yeah, wait, so in July we're getting Doomsday, Odyssey, and then Brand New Day?
No. So in July we're getting Odyssey and Brand New Day, and in December we're getting Dune and Doomsday together.
Oh, okay.
I wish that Odyssey was a little sooner, because I would like to see that in LA on the super fancy duper formats. But
yeah,
my baby is due at the beginning of August. I don't think I can cut it that close. It'd be in mid-July on the side of the country.
I think that's fair. Yeah, man, what comes out in June? Does anything good come out on my birthday month?
Oh my God, Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
coming
coming
yeah,
out.
Dude. That'd be perfect timing.
Maybe that's the one.
Hell yeah. That's the one. That's the fucking one, buddy.
All right. Fuck it. All right, I'm going to California to watch Lee Cronin's The Mummy and nothing else, and then I'm gonna leave.
And then we gotta so we do that, and then we pool our money together to force Bruce to fly out to see it just for that one day, and then he flies back.
Dude, I mean, honestly, if I'm like, hey, Bruce, I'll be in fucking Cali for the first time in my life with Xander watching The Mummy making the Ape Woman for a few days. I mean,
you gotta join us.
Come on, he's only in Arkansas. That's like only 3 or 4 states
come
away.
On. What's one flight between friends?
It's just a quick flight and back, you know.
Yeah.
I'll post him up in the RV or something. I don't know. Maybe you'll post him up in your bedroom. We'll take turns.
We'll take turns.
Oh, fuck. That's funny.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm excited for Odyssey, Spider-Man. Could not care less about Doomsday. I do not give a fuck about that movie.
Damn. Coming out
I don't
swinging.
care. I watched all those previews, and all I thought was desperation and just lack of any care. I'm not mad. I'm not excited. I just what's that word? I there's that one word, like neutral. I can't remember.
Yeah, neutral.
It's just void of any emotion.
How much of the MCU have you seen up to this point?
All of it. The only thing I haven't seen is the Marvels, which I meant to. I just didn't get around to it. And then haven't seen season 2 of Loki. Haven't seen Agatha All On. I haven't seen a lot of the shows, but
I have seen everything except Ironheart, which came out recently.
is that a movie or show?
It's a show, and since you asked that question, I'm going to assume you haven't either.
Yeah, I haven't.
It's a mini series that Marvel put out over the course. It's like 6 episodes, and they released 3 one week and 3 the next, and that tells me they have no faith in it. They're just burning it off.
Yeah, the fact that they hired RD, they paid RD Robert an island is shows me that they have no faith in Marvel.
I think now that they've done that, that might actually save them, like, storytelling wise. So I'm actually now excited. Whereas if they didn't do that, I would be much less excited because he's Doom, and there's a lot of storytelling possibilities you could do with that premise. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Because except that everything that will come from that is just because he used to be Iron Man. That's all it is.
Yes, but like
they've butchered Endgame's ending because of this now.
I don't think so. Not a lot. If he comes back as Iron Man, that would butcher it. But I don't know. I think there's a lot you could do, and plus, the X-Men are coming back. I don't know if you ever watched or cared about the X-Men movies, but I've seen them all.
I watched most of the X-Men movies, and I mean, no, unfortunately, I don't care about the X-Men either.
See,
it's whatever.
I'm big in it, and I'm pretty sure that the 3 Spider-Men will return in either this or Secret Wars when it comes out. But to see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, dude, if they interact, if they have a fucking thing to get, oh, dude, I'm done.
It's just,
I'm
like
done,
there's
man.
so many. It's just that there's so many actors, there's so many things, and Doomsday had nothing to build up to it. I mean, like, Endgame, Infinity War had years of films building up to this, years of build up, years of all this.
Yeah.
And Doomsday, it's like, okay, we're just gonna skip all that, and boom, there we are. And we're doing that because Jonathan Bailey had to be an asshole, and we have lost all faith, and our horse is dead. And so we're just gonna do the best thing we can, which is just resurrect Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and now that we've bought every single IP, let's just use that, and also let's pay Robert Downey Jr. more than anyone ever needs money-wise for a role, and continue to contribute to films having overpriced budgets.
Right. If there ever were a movie that would have ludicrous budget, it would be like Avatar, or it'd be an Avengers movie, obviously, because the box office they make on paper,
Avatar at least makes sense because everything you see on there almost everything. Obviously, the actors or the regular live action actors, but like all those avatars, those computer generated and stuff. I mean, that takes a lot of time and stuff. But it's just Doomsday. I'm like, there's been no build up to Doctor Doom. I don't know. I mean, I'm also just not a guy who's like a big Fantastic Four fan either. I've never really been that interested in Doctor Doom either. It's so like when everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's Doctor Doom!" I'm like, okay,
yeah.
But
no, I'm a big Doom head. Doom is one of the best villains in the Marvel universe, just classically. And
don't get me wrong. Happy for you. I hope it's great. All I'm saying is this is gonna be incredibly unfortunate if this movie just falls flat on its face.
I don't see a version of this where this movie is bad. I do not see. And plus, not to get too crazy here, but like behind the camera, you got the Russo brothers back. Now they joined the MCU with the Winter Soldier, one of the best Captain America, one of the best MCU movies still to this day. Follow that up with Captain America: Civil War, which some people say is even better than Winter Soldier. I'm a Winter Soldier guy.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah. Then they, of course, did Infinity War and Endgame together, back to back, and they did Endgame So everything great about that movie, they're the ones that did it. So here we are back. We got the same writers and directors as Endgame to do Doomsday. I could not have more faith. You can't possibly get a better. The only better thing you could have done is picked fucking like Chris Nolan. But even then, he has his own tone and style. I don't really want that to jive. So this is the best possible route. And you're bringing in Doctor Doom, the best villain Marvel could ever have, maybe, who hasn't been adapted yet, at least. And you got a bunch of nobodies in there, like stuff that a lot of people haven't seen, like the Disney Plus shows. But you have a lot of people that people did see. Like you got Thor, who's still dicking around. He's super serious in the trailer now, because one problem I had with Thor is that he's way too goofy now. They're toning him back up. Yay. And
Love and Thunder was awful, so yeah.
Yeah. And yes, you have the fucking Fox X-Men back. That's just big for me. I'm the biggest fan of those movies. They're hit and miss, but I love the characters and I always will. And you got
Look, I'll never pray for a film's downfall, and you know me, I hate being a negative Nancy. I'm usually the positive one.
I get it. I'm making all this point just to say that I cannot see a version of this. I don't think there is this is going to be bad. I can't. Too much is lined up for this to be great, in my opinion. Too much makes sense that it's great.
It's just like, do you not like? Can you not also look at this from like the perspective of this? Just kind of feels like Marvel, Kevin Feige just kind of like said, okay, let's look at everything that was super successful, grab it all, throw it in a pot, and theoretically it won't fail. Like it feels a little corporate. We're desperate. It just does it not feel a little desperate?
I see it
things are
more
going.
in the sense of like they have a challenge. They have a creative challenge of the MCU went content overload and the quality started to dip because of that. They're doing quantity over quality. And now they're back on their bullshit and they're like, okay, we've got our bearings. We've trimmed down the amount of content we're putting it out way much. Barely anything comes out anymore, which is the way to go right now. We have the problem of we have this started to build up with Kang and then we stopped building that up because it didn't work out so well. Even before Jonathan Majors, they knew Kang wasn't working with the audiences. He fucking debuted in Ant-Man 3 and people didn't really like that one. So we have this problem of we have a lot of different storylines and some of which that we've dropped. So how do we make a movie that wraps it all up and gets people back on board? And this, to me, like every decision they've made is like, this is the right decision to do in this context. This is the right decision to do in this context. They're bringing in the Fox X-Men. They're bringing Doctor Doom in, which, like, dude, what other villain would you possibly have if Kang is out? You want to bring in a heavy hitter. You want to bring in the heavy hitter. They rebooted Fantastic Four again with a movie that is easily the best Fantastic Four movie of all of them.
That was great. I honestly really did enjoy that Fantastic Four. And I'm someone who doesn't care about Fantastic Four,
right?
So
you
liked
make
it.
a Thunderbolts.
I actually think
movie.
it was better than Superman.
Yeah, some people think that too. You make a Thunderbolts movie that really jives with the audiences, and they set each other up because they're at the end of each of those movies they meet each other, right? Because the Fantastic Four ship comes in, and so there's a lot happening. So now here we are, and we have all these characters, all the chess pieces are in play, all the board's set up. It's time to play the grand fucking game. Like this is that, and I think that what people see as desperation, I see as them correcting the course, and these decisions are the right ones to make. So if this movie is anywhere near as good as it looks, they're back. They win. Done. Game over.
I mean, okay. I mean, look. I'll just say, since Thor: Love and Thunder, I felt like the horse has been dead, and we just need to finally pack it up. That said, there's still been some good films here and there, and I get what you're saying. How there's too much, and I do agree there was too much. But then it seems it's like, okay, there's too much. So the solution is let's just throw every single thing in. And
No.
Sink.
They're not. They're not. Ironheart isn't in the fucking Doomsday. Agatha all along isn't in Doomsday. They're very carefully selecting who is appearing in this first Avengers movie.
Very carefully. Did you not see the fucking
yes
the fucking country line of fucking
yes, and you would believe me when I say that that's maybe
the
like
meme is the meme is Jake Camara will appear in Avengers Doomsday.
Yes.
Like,
And that is only 2/3 of their universe's protagonists. That's not everyone. That is the first time an Avengers film has not united all of the Marvel protagonists from the previous films. Every single other one, except that you could argue with Avengers 2 didn't have Guardians because they weren't in the same section of the galaxy. Okay, sure. One. But this is a big different beast, right? This is a way different situation. So
like I said, have my thoughts. I get where you're going, but I also can kind of see that this is something that could potentially fall in their face. And even if it is good, that doesn't mean that everything's saved. It doesn't automatically mean everything in the future is going to be golden.
I think so. All right, like if we're at a place right now where the last several phases of MCU has kind of been content overload. Some stuff has really hit. No Way Home hit so hard. Deadpool and Wolverine hit greatly. Shang-Chi's great. And then some things like Eternals just kind of misfire, like the Marvels. You lucked out not watching that. Kind of misfire. And so you got this mixed bag of content. But if you put out Avengers Doomsday and it is as great as I think it will be, then the next film is a Secret Wars, which is a year after that. So everyone's looking forward to Secret Wars because they loved Avengers Doomsday. The problem solved. The ship's corrected. Done.
Well, Jake, all I have to say to that is I guess we'll have to see when Doomsday comes out a year from now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm excited for Doomsday, baby.
We'll see what happens. As that closes, I can't really think of any other movies. Hold on, let me check my A-list. Check my media AMC app just to see immediately what's coming out in the future.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, Send Help. Have you seen the trailer for Send Help?
I have seen the trailer. It looks really fun.
It looks fun, and then Sam Raimi's directing it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Come on, that's it. I thought it was interesting, and then I saw Sam Raimi. I said, okay, now I gotta see this.
Right.
Sam Raimi back in the director chair? Hell yeah.
That's gonna be a successful movie. That's gonna make money.
Wuthering Heights. Can't wait for that. Planning to see it Valentine's Day. That's gonna be a good time. Let's see what else. There's Iron Lung. That one looks interesting. Let's see, Silent Hill. That one looks good. Let's see what else do we have. I think. Oh yeah, have you heard about the Dracula film?
Which one?
The one called Dracula.
It's just called Dracula?
It's just called Dracula. It comes out February 6th.
Let's take
It is directed by Luc Besson.
Oh, I think this came out. Oh, it's going wide on February 6th.
Yeah.
I have heard mixed things about it. I've heard mixed things.
I'm interested. I'll be seeing it, so I guess we'll find out.
Luc Besson is a director that I do not love. He has done something. He's done Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, which I have not seen, but I hear is not great. But he did Lucy, which is a film that I hate. I hate Lucy.
I'm due for a rewatch on Lucy. I watched that in theaters when it first came out. I was also a young buck when I watched that, so to me, maybe my tastes have changed, but back then when I didn't know any better, I thought it was great. So
yeah, the 10% of the brain myth is a misconstrued part of a scientific journal. The scientist was saying that the brain is so complicated we only understand what about 10% of it does. That got translated by the press into we only use 10% of our brains, and if we used 100%, we'd be fucking gods taking over the world. Like it's a brain, it's a lump of flesh, it's a bunch of fucking neurons. You're not using telekinesis. Get out of here. So that spiraled into insanity with the plot of that movie. I was like, no way this movie exists. So.
Well, you see, that's just like your opinion, man. You gotta accept the reality the movie is selling you. Okay. Okay, listen, you're accepting the reality that 50 bajillion actors in one movie is going to make bank at the box office and revive a studio from a dying ember. So,
yeah, because 50 billion actors in a popular franchise, which is a collection of other popular franchises from a studio that pumps out popular franchises, will absolutely make money. There's no way it doesn't. 100%.
well, we'll see. We'll see. Listen, will it make money? 100%. Will it do well critically? That's another question.
I say near 100% on that. Again, there's always a chance that, like, for some reason it's a terrible piece of shit. But, like, that is not what I believe based on the evidence to be happening here.
All right. Well, I think that will just about do it with everything. I don't think there's really anything else to go over, right? I think that's it.
Perhaps.
Is there anything else you wanted to go over?
Nothing I can think about in the immediate. Nothing I can think about. I think I mentioned this on the Universal Monsters podcast, but in the coming month or two, this will not be my studio. This will be. We're gonna make this the nursery eventually. We're gonna change things around. I'm finishing out my basement, probably in late February, so about a month away. I'll finish out the basement, and then my studio will be down there, and that'll be a much bigger room than this one. So, take in the scenery while you can. It's a spare room anyway. It's got my wife's shoe rack on the sides of.
I'm gonna miss that shoe rack, Jake.
You know what? She doesn't want it anymore because it's like super big and annoying to walk around. So I might, I might keep it in the background of the show just for posterity's sake.
Jake, when you run out of room in the cabinet, you can keep the popcorn buckets on the shoe rack. All right. Well, that about does it for our show, folks. See you later.
Bye.